Okay guys, I am back, and welcome to part 2 of everything I've built in Minecraft. For the next world, I'm going to be taking you to the world where I've built everything that's based off of Five Nights at Freddy's. Alright, so let's start off with the basic of what was first in this world before I made all this cool stuff. I'm going to show you everything that I built. This is Five Nights at Freddy's 1, which is Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. As you recall, I played this with Dante and Trip Quickscop 26, and the thing that really made me laugh in that video was that he kept running around the place, and Dante's the animatronics kept killing him. Yeah, so basically, enough talking about that. This is the Pirate's Cove where Foxy would be, stage where all the animatronics would be, employees only section with a power switch. Yes, this game does have limited power. Back when I played this game with Dante, I actually had that stupid darkness problem, but until I figured it out, I'm never going to have it again. So basically, yeah, this place has changed a little bit ever since I first showed you. As you can see, it still looks the same, but I've added the kitchen. It may not look exactly like the kitchen, but still it's a kitchen, so get over it. And enough talk about that. Here are the restrooms, the women's and the men's, blah blah blah. It always has to be stormy here because these places are abandoned. And of course, when we're playing the game, this is where the night guard would sit. This is exactly where I sat back when I played FNAF in Minecraft with Dante. This is where I keep all the suits for the games. So enough talk about this because that's all we need to see. These are the new ones I'm going to show you. So basically over here we got the Purple Man's car and the Purple Man himself. And then over here, you may not have seen this in the past. This is my Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the second pizzeria after the first one closed down. So I'm going to show you around the place right now. So starting off the basics, this is the stage where the toy animatronics would be. This is like the arcade section. Here are some arcade cabinets, the prize corner. This is where the marionette would come out of. This is the Kids Cove, where Mangle would be. So, if we keep going down the hall, you will see the restrooms, the parts and maintenance room where all the old animatronics would be, and the 4 party rooms number 4, 3, 2, and 1, down this hall. And in this hall, there are actually ventilation shafts that are open, which leave openings for the animatronics to come in and surprise the night guard. This is actually a game that I played with my friends a few times. The night guard would sit here. This activates the hall lights, and this is what winds the music box. And there's the mask that you gotta put on to protect yourself from the animatronics. This activates the first vent light. This activates the other. So I'll go through the other vent and show you around. So going through the other vent, this leads just to the other party room and yada yada. So I'm going to quickly get out of here as possible. Run into the storm. And over here I got a little board, so I made a shoot-to-whoop face with a laser coming out its mouth. It's like, I'm a fire of my laser! Blah! And the laser goes pretty high. And over here, this is Five Nights at Freddy's 3, as you can tell by the Fazbear's Fright sign. It's got Springtrap, Phantom Freddy, Phantom Chica, Phantom Foxy, Phantom BB, and the Phantom Marionette. So I'll show you around inside. So we go inside. We have a few flashing lights in here because it's just like the real map. We got the flashing head. It's supposed to be Chica's head, but I used the Creeper's head just for display. We have the flashing arcade cabinets. And then you got the ventilation shafts, and then, yeah, yada yada. And anyway, this is supposed to be flashing, but sometimes the redstone breaks. So that's supposed to be the decrepit Bonnie. This is supposed to be a Foxy head. Doesn't look like a Foxy head, but it is. It's supposed to be. And then you go down this hallway. This leads to the office. And here's a decrepit Freddy. This is where the night guard would sit and, you know, look around the place, reboot any systems that go offline, and then right around the corners, just the exit. And here's the newest addition to my Five Nights at Freddy's world. Me and Keeks Wild have been working on this. This is Five Nights at Freddy's 4. I've actually had a few beta testers play this, which FYI are a few of my friends. I call them beta testers because this is still a work in progress though, so it's gonna get better. As of right now, here are all the suits. Nightmare Freddy, Nightmare Chica, Nightmare Bonnie, Nightmare Foxy, Nightmare Fredbear, Plush Trap, Nightmare, and Carl the Cupcake. So I'll show you around what's inside. Basically, this is the living room of the child's home, the two separate hallways, and the bedroom, and the closet, and yada yada. This is where Nightmare Foxy would be. This is the side that Nightmare Chica would come in, and this is the side Nightmare Bonnie would come on. I made these just like the portraits in the real FNAF 4, because everybody knows that the portraits in FNAF 4 in the left hallway are actually pictures of Scott Cawthon. Everybody knows that. Yeah, so that's, oh, and yes, the Purple Freddy, yeah, Purple Freddy from FNAF 3, after you beat every night, because the Purple Freddy would guide the animatronics to the room they can't go, and then there'd be an error. Then they'd get ambushed by the purple guy, and they'd be taken apart. So aside from that, that's all there is to see in my Five Nights at Freddy's world. So I'm going to take you to another one. Okay, come on. And then there's a... I'm going to show you another world that's kind of interesting. This is one of the ones Anthony and I spent most of our time on. But the main reason I call this Spirit Halloween world is because, look right over there. That's right. It's a Spirit Halloween store. And who was it constructed by? Me. So I'll show you around inside that real quick before we get to anything else. So fun. It's scary. Yeah, I tried to make a few replicas of most of the animatronics I saw. Like the Jack-o'-Lunger, you can actually buy this guy for 100 gold nuggets. The Electrified Maniac, you can get him for the same price. A few masks, they cost emeralds. These two cost emeralds, but this one costs 40 gold nuggets. The Wither Skeleton 30 and Skeleton 30. And then this one, the Cornstalker, he's the most expensive one we have. He's worth 249 diamonds. And then the Thrashing Clown, he's worth 149 diamonds. And the Death Row is actually just 100 emeralds. We got a few costumes here that are worth 10 gold nuggets apiece. We have a Creeper costume, a Withered Skeleton costume, a Zombie costume, and a Skeleton costume. And that's basically all to see inside the store. But if you look over here, I've actually built a lot of statues. A few got made into houses. This is just my house and a replica of Hit the Target's balloon from Stampy. And then, yeah, don't think I'm not the real Hit the Target, because, duh, I'm not Hit the Target 98, I'm Hit the Target 63 on Xbox. Next time, check the last 2 digits of my gamertag before you go saying that, okay? But anyway, this statue is, of course, me, Hit the Target 63. Then next to me, we have one of my favorite YouTubers, Mr. Stampy Lungnose. I want to give you a shout out. Your videos are awesome. And another shout out goes to Elfer Lee, Ballistic Squid, and Amy Lee. You all are awesome. And you all rock in your videos. This is Anthony's statue. This is my friend CrunchyGrub9128. And this is my friend Titan, ATitan421. This is his statue. And you're wondering, why is he a Redstone man? Well, he's part of a special he is a special person called the Redstonians. And his nickname's Panther because he's my co-leader of my Star Wolf team. Then in the back, I got a thrill ride, a thing from the chase there. But I'm actually gonna show you off what's inside the houses. So basically, I have a doorbell. This is the Michael Myers theme song. Fire! Yeah, don't think I didn't notice that, but I have the Michael Myers theme song as a doorbell. Got a few storage areas right here. Then these 2 side doors lead to the openings in my arms. See, this is just a crafting and enchanting area with an anvil. And then over here is supposed to be like the kitchen and stuff. It's a very small kitchen. I got a refrigerator here, a furnace here, sink right here, yada yada yada. Now, that may sound boring, I know. And of course, we got more storage areas and yada yada. And then we go inside my head. You can see out my eyes. This is more enchanting areas inside my head. But inside the brain area, this is where I sleep. I got lots of colored glass here, so I can have windows. This is exactly what I've been waiting for the past few years, ever since I've had Minecraft for the Xbox 360. That's one of the things I've been wanting them to add, and they finally did it. So I finally got to add those to my statues. And then down here is a tunnel system which Anthony and I developed, which is with lava as decoration. This leads to every statue house. If we go this way past mine, this leads to Clayton's. And yeah, I built Clayton a statue. And here's what he has. Like, wait, he's got, let's see what he's got. He's got a storage room. He's got a brewing room. Then he's got the 2 sides in his arms and yada yada. And if we go even further, we can see a little, like, relaxation room. We go into his head. This is where he sleeps. And look who's here! It's the Iron Door Monster and his cousin, the Crafting Table Monster. You guys should remember these guys. If you don't, then go check out my videos with Clayton. I'll have a link for them in the description. This is where he sleeps. He's got an ender chest here, crafting table, chest here, windows in his eyes, and yada yada. So that's everything we need to see inside of Clayton's house. And this is what the sign says when he wants to go through the tunnel system. Yeah. I may have forgotten to add a few names, I know, but there's really not enough room for them on one sign. So we go through the tunnel system. I'm going to run because the beacons we have are giving us some powers. And if we go over here, this is Anthony's. Yeah, basically that's his entrance. And then he's got some storage areas, a lot of storage areas. The storage areas I have in my statue house, I got that off of this. And he's got one room here. But there is one other room in the other arm, but he made another way to get in there. So basically, this is one part of his head. This is where he sleeps. And then you go outside this door, you can actually go inside the other arm. Yeah, not much to see there. So I'm gonna, instead of going the typical way into Titans, you know what, I'm just gonna jump down since it's really close. I'm not gonna go through the tunnel. And there appears to be a slime trying to break in, but he can just forget about it. Yeah, basically Titan doesn't have anything inside his house just yet except where he sleeps, because he actually got his Xbox taken away from him, sadly. So he hasn't been on for a long time. Yeah. So basically that's it for this world. So we're going to leave. And then, let's see, what other world can I take you guys to? And let's see, oh yeah, this one. Downfall. This is a new game that I actually created. It's based off the Downfall game, which was on like 5 years ago, few summers ago. Basically, if you recall, this game would take place in the middle of downtown Los Angeles above a 100-foot skyscraper. And basically, you know, there'd be like a giant conveyor belt. And, you know, they'd have a chance to win up to all those cool prizes. There'd be more on the real show. And every time a round would start, so is the belt. And then along the line, the prizes and the money would move down the belt, and if they take too long, the prizes will go off the edge of the building, and if they take way too long, then the money will go over. But in my game, they have a chance to win up to 1 million diamonds, and if the diamonds go over, then I'll demonstrate what happens. But first I'll hit the panic button and stop the belt, because that's what can save them. But basically, this is what happens to a contestant who loses the game. They have to go over the edge. But don't worry, you won't die. There's a cobweb here to save you. As in the real game, this is what they would do. You'd be hooked to a harness. They'd lift you up. And then once you're at like a mid-height, the harness would pull the player out over to the side of the building. And then at one point, after Chris Jericho says, "You're going down," the harness would take them down. And then slowly lower them to the ground. Yeah, basically there's really not much to see here. But I'll show you around the place. Like back here, this is where the contestants would get suited up. This is where the host would get suited up. Yeah. So, yeah, that's basically it for Downfall. Okay. And then, let's see, what else can I show you? Oh, yeah. This world. This is a very special world that I remember playing on a few months ago. Like, basically, if you recall my Shea Stadium and Soldier Field tour with the siren tests, you should remember this world. Because, of course, here we got our Stutzkin border from Papers, Please. And we got Shea Stadium. We got my Mad headquarters over there with GLaDOS. And we got Blance's house. And we got 2 blacksmiths that I customly built over here. They constantly argue a lot. And over here, this is what Keeks Wild helped me build because he recently joined our Starwolf team. This is a Starwolf fortress. This is what we use to protect ourselves from Star Clayton. It's not done yet. It's still a work in progress, though. So, anyway, if you recall, we got Soldier Field, Shea Stadium, the Sirens. There's actually one restaurant that is recently new here in Soldier Field. I'll take you to it right now. Aside from the nice light decoration that Clayton added, we have a White Castle, my father's favorite restaurant. Then, of course, we got a contestant stand here. And then I actually redid the bus that Clayton designed for the Bears players. But sadly, this year, the Bears are in a little bit of trouble. A lot of their players are down, and yet, you know, it's going to be a tough game. Basically, this is the bus that the players would ride to the stadium, and you know what the heck I'm talking about. I can't really say it. Yeah. And then, of course, we got the water tower, we got the Thunderbolt, we got the Alerter, we got the Federal Signal, the Model 5, and the Cyclone Siren. We got the Wolfens up there, we got the R-Wings up there. Yeah. Really a little boring. We got a few houses here, really not much to see, so we'll get the heck out of here. So then, let's see. Where else could we go? Oh yeah. One of my new games that I've actually updated. This is my Michael Myers minigame. Garen Miller, my friend, he loves this game. He really likes it. Basically, you'd start over there, and then, yeah, I've actually updated this game ever since. Basically, you'd have to go through this tunnel system because I don't want anyone trying to ruin the game by cheating and getting back in. Basically, once you die, you have to spectate. First, I'll take you around the spectating area. See, we got one side over here. I'll explain what's around this place when we get in. So yeah, basically this is what the players would walk around when they have to spectate. And then yeah, really not too convincing, but we're gonna get some really good views from what the map is like. And I've actually played it a few times. I mostly play as Michael Myers because, of course, you get my name. My name is just like that creepy Halloween guy with the blade. So basically, when you get around to the other side, you just walk through this door. Basically, I have this door shut when the game is in progress, but yeah, I really don't need to care, so I'm going to exit without saving anyway. So basically, I'm going to show you what the Michael Myers game looks like inside. And of course, inside we have a big statue of Michael Myers himself. And inside here, this is where all the players would start. I'd start in here. I've left a few crafting table monsters in here. Yeah, this is where I would start. This is my pod. And then I've left a few pods around here for all the players. They'd get a 20-second head start to run out this door. Once my alarm would go off, they'd have to run around the place and, you know, gather supplies and try to defend themselves from Michael Myers. Right here we have 2 Daleks from Doctor Who. I really like the Daleks. They're like my favorite character. But they're the most feared race in all the galaxy. Basically, if you're wondering why the Daleks are here, the Daleks are actually protecting this miniature micro desert temple. Underneath there, I'm not going to spoil it because I will show it when I eventually update. When I eventually upload a video of me playing Michael Myers with my friends. We got a few houses around here. We have a church. We have a decrepit, you know, building, which was once used in a great battle. We got a jungle temple right over there. There's the Dalek again. Witch huts, a few crafting table monsters, a village, more witch huts, a well. Basically, what's underneath the blue is just, you know, the stuff you'd find in this. This is a desert temple that I customly built myself for the game. Yeah, you know you'd find some good stuff down there. And then, yeah. Really not much to see here, but it will be pretty spectacular if I can get a few of my friends to play Michael Myers again. So, enough of that. Let's exit without saving. And, see what other worlds I can show you guys. Let's see, I've shown you that one, that one, that one, and that one, and that one. I'll get to that one later. I've shown you that one, downfall of that one. Oh, this one! This one you guys have to see. I spent a lot of my time on this one. This is actually a world where I've actually created a casino. Before we get to the casino, I'm going to show you what this is. This is the very first gambling game that I made in Minecraft. It's the classic roulette from the casinos. Basically, this is where the dealer would enter with a crap load of doors. Here's the roulette board. Doesn't look that much good here. Basically, the players would be over there. This is only my first design, though. So, as I come out, I'm going to shut all these freaking doors. But another version of my roulette game is actually quite spectacular inside the casino. This is something not created by me. Clayton actually built this. This is actually a trivia game that Clayton made, but he hasn't played with me in a long time. Basically, this is a jail where I lock up any thieves who cheat. So anyway, enough of that. Let's go inside the Lucky 13 casino. Basically, you'd go to the cashiers, get some stuff. Then I got a slot machine section over here. Yeah, this is where you'd usually sit and play some slots, just like my mom would. I'm not saying that just to be rude. It's true. My mom loves playing slots. Over here we have some craps tables. I do like the game craps. And up here we have roulette. We got some miniature roulette tables. And up here we have a roulette wheel, which is actually playable. And basically, let me explain how this game works. If you bet on red, per se, and if you win, you get the same amount of diamonds in return. If you get black and win, then that doubles your money. But if you actually win on the rarest of all, the green, that's 10 times your money. Carter actually played this game a few days ago. Carter went big one day, almost broke my casino. Then the next day he still went big, but he lost, and I got a lot of my money back. And up here, this is the penthouse, home of me. Yeah, basically this is where I hang out. I got a few arcade cabinets for myself in here. This is where I sleep. Let me show you inside. This is actually where I get most of the diamonds for the games. This is where I sleep. So enough. There's really not much more to see here, so and I exit and then see what else I can show you. I know there is one world I've been really wanting to show you, but let's see if I can see. Oh yes, there are 2 other worlds I want to show you. If you guys remember this, I was going to do this, but none of my friends ever play Minecraft with me anymore. You guys should remember this place. It's Hell's Kitchen. You guys should remember this place. Got a few contestants here. Yeah. You guys should definitely remember this place. I've actually renovated this place. So prepare for a little renovation revealing. 1, 2, 3. BAM! The renovated Hell's Kitchen. Still got my villager here, and I've actually added something new here, which I didn't describe when I was showing off all my eliminations. This is what I do when I decide the winner. When there's 2 chefs left, they'd stand in front of their doors, and if their door opens, then that means they win. Of course, this is the place where I keep the black jackets. As you know, this is my office. Yeah. Still got some contestants left, but yeah, it's just they never play Minecraft with me anymore. That's why I really haven't been talking much about Hell's Kitchen. And you guys should really remember this place. This place really hasn't changed much, except for this. I added a wall, just so you know, chefs can stay in the kitchen. I can stay outside and go inside while they cook the food. I'd give it to the customers, and I've actually fixed my spelling errors. I've actually for once spelled entrees correctly. The last time it was just spelled wrong and it was embarrassing. Yeah, so that's changed. And the dorms, they really haven't much changed. They really haven't changed at all. Yeah, still the typical old dorms. Still the same sleeping apartments and yada yada. Yeah, so really not much more to see here in Hell's Kitchen. So I'm gonna exit. So I'm going to go to one of my other worlds, my Namco world, because I got two good things to show you there. I got two games made by Namco in that world. I have Dig Dug and I have Pac-Man. So ignore the mobs. First, I'm going to show you Dig Dug. I made Dig Dug a arcade cabinet right here. Basically, the players Dig Dug would dig around the place without digging the glass. They'd have to find the enemy players and kill them. And so here's Pac-Man. I've got Pac-Man pixel art here. And then I've got most of the ghosts. And I've got lots of mobs invading my place. My God. So we'll just ignore them. I'll just show you who I've got. I've got Pac-Man here. Then we got Blinky. And we got Inky. We have Pinky, which everyone should know. And we have Clyde. And we actually have one of the ghosts that rarely makes an appearance, which I gave him a random name, Greenie. There are 5 ghosts to choose from in this game, but it's up to 4 players only. So I'll go up into the air and show you the entire maze. So just ignore the mobs, because they do this most of the time. So this is what the maze looks like from above. But let's go back down and show you what it's like inside. Ooh! Spider Jockey! One of the rarest mobs ever, guys. There it is. A Spider Jockey in Pac-Man. That is so epic. So anyway, yeah, the player's Pac-Man would start right there. Ghost would start in a box. And then, you know, the ghost would try to seek down Pac-Man. Pac-Man would just try to gobble up all the pellets. But if he eats a power pellet, which is over here by where the Spider Jockey is, he can actually have the chance to kill a ghost, but that lasts only 10 seconds. So yeah, really not much to see here, so I'm gonna exit without saving. I'm just really glad I got to show you guys Spider Jockey. It's one of the rarest, but everyone should know that. So what's the point? So anyway, I've shown you all these, except one that I want to show you. So, oh, there's another one here. That's my Star Fox versus Star Wolf. I would show you that, but nothing's really changed much about it. It's just I redid the cannons and stuff. You'll see it again next time I play it. So one last world I want to show you guys is my Banshee Boardwalk from Mario Kart 64. So let me show you. This is where the race would begin. I'm gonna run a lap real quick. So give me 1 minute, please. Before I run the 1 lap, I want to show you around the place real quick. First, let me show you around the course. Of course, it's just like the real thing, but it's in Minecraft. Of course, I couldn't do... Oh yeah, that. I use droppers for the mystery boxes, because the potions I use can really help you out. And there is a Cheep Cheep that jumps at this point, and that's why I have a Cheep Cheep there, because he's the Cheep Cheep that roams these waters. So to make this quickly, fly over this. Then there's a break in the boardwalk. Then you go to the haunted house over here, which would be infested by bats. And then, of course, you go around to the other side of the course and just, you know, run all the way back until you get down the stretch and go back to the finish. So if you give me just 1 moment, I will be back to run the lap.
That's it. I'm out of ideas.
End of story. Bye-bye. See you later.